Downtown Minneapolis, the I-35 bridge. It is cold out tonight. 2 degrees, a wind chill of 14 degrees in the metro area. We're in Shakopee, Minnesota at Canterbury Park for round 6 of the AMSOIL Championship Snocross, powered by Ram. This, of course, the Traxxas Snocross, and it is presented by Jimmy John's. Well, this is going to be one freaky fast race as we're going to be getting ready. Let's look at the front row in this final. Tucker Hibbert again qualifies number 1, but Darren Mees, a surprise tonight, qualifies number 2. Can he put that Jimmy John's skidoo on the box?
If the planets are aligned just right, I think it's totally possible. Ross Martin, he's had an up and down weekend, but we're going to find out as they work their way to the line. The thing we got to keep in mind too, I'm going to be very interested to find out where our top qualifier is going to choose to line up on that front row.
Tell you what, let's go down trackside and meet the other member of our broadcast team, Carly Applin. Carly?
Thanks, guys. Something we want to tell everybody about this year, which is new to the ISOC series, is the manager's tower. You can see it right behind me. That is where the race managers are stationed during the races so that they can see their riders with a bird's eye view. Whether or not they're crashing, whether there's a mechanical issue, or whether they're first, they want to have the best view of their riders, and that's what that manager tower does. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Carly, and I'll tell you what, it's a little cooler out there than it is in the confines that we are at. We're up about 4 stories above where this race is going to take place, but these race managers, like she said, they want to watch everything that happens on the racetrack. They're there to, of course, make sure that their drivers are getting treated fairly on this racetrack.
Oh, absolutely, right? Everything from where they choose to go onto the track's starting line to making sure that their rider is ready to go and that he's in his proper frame of mind. And you can see the wind is picked up at the starting line as the sleds are warming up and they're getting staged. The wind has definitely picked up, and the snow dust, I'm telling you, wasn't an issue last night, wasn't an issue this afternoon, but tonight I think it's going to be a big issue.
Especially when you get in large packs that are going down into the gravity cavity. As they go down into that area, that is where the snow dust has been hanging, so we'll pay close attention to that, giving them just a few extra moments because it's colder out to get these very powerful 600cc motors warmed up. And in just a couple of moments, you'll see our starter. He'll make sure that they're ready to go. We're about a minute away from the start here. You see them all lined up on the Traxxas starting grid. Now, you'll hear some of those motors pop and crack a little bit. They've got stutter buttons on here trying to get some heat in the pipe. We are just moments away from going green. It's the AMSOIL Pro Open Final, round 6. 14 laps, Scott.
Here we are at the Traxxas starting line. You saw those red lights right above each Traxxas logo. There is a light beam that goes across in front of the sleds. If one of the sleds touch that light beam, a red light comes on, they stop the start of the race, and it looks like we're ready to go. Each rider is looking at our starter, giving the nod. You can see that red light on the left side of the course. Just enough. I mean, they got their left hand on the brake and that thumb on the throttle, and just enough to maybe trip that right. It looks like rolling green. Here we go! Into turn 1, 15 sleds.
Oh, and who got the whole shot out front? Let's line them up as they come across. It's Hibbert on the inside. Ross Martin and Tucker Hibbert. This is a battle that people would love to see. It is reminiscent of what we see last year. Oh, and Hibbert got the inside, able to shake free. Let's see if Ross can hold up with him.
Here we go again, and once Tucker Hibbert had, oh man, Ross Martin goes to the outside. Tucker Hibbert, a high sides to the left, he'll lose 1 spot, but how about Ross Martin? In fact, it looks like Hibbert may have lost 2 spots.
Well, you know what? If you're going to race Tucker Hibbert, you got to race him hard. That was good, clean, hard racing. Let's watch them as they come in. And Tucker's actually the one that made a little contact with him. Ross was clean and free there. So Tucker was pushing the issue. Ross Martin came on top of that one.
I don't think Tucker Hibbert was snapping. I thought he just got caught off guard, and he may have lost another spot as we go a little bit further back in the pack.
But look who's out in front now. Cody Cam has stepped it up, and Cam is just on a tear. But Ross the Boss finds the line, gets back around the number 53 Polaris, and now it's Martin, Cam, Tucker Hibbert in 3rd place.
I'm going out on a limb. I called Ross Martin for last night to try to break the string. tonight could be the night. May we see Tucker Hibbert show a little frustration, a little less patience than what we've seen this entire season. He's pretty far back, running in third, about 3 seconds possibly, but man, it's going to be a long race. But right now, it's all about the guys running up front. Don't take each other out. That is the big thing.
Martin ran a 41.334. Hibbert a 41.887. So about a half-second difference between those two. But Ross Martin's got a handful of Cody Cam right now.
Oh, man, here comes.
Down into the cavity.
Yeah.
Tucker taking the outside. Look at Tucker just carrying the speed, skipping around that corner. Now, can Cody Cam cover the spot? Nope, Tucker's not close enough to take advantage of it. Martin, let's look at the interval. Last time was about 0.8 of a second ahead of Cody Cam. This time, it's a little over a second. So Ross Martin out in front, running well.
It was about a half a lap ago. They were actually side by side and battling, and for this to be at where they're at right now, this is how they have to race at least for the next 4 or 5 laps to possibly run away from Tucker Hibbert.
And the same thing happened. Ross Martin ran a 42.052. Tucker Hibbert running a 42.354. So Ross Martin is still faster on the racetrack than what Tucker is.
And interesting enough, you bring up lap times. Cody Cam, Tucker Hibbert, almost identical lap times that last time around. But look at the screen right now. Here comes Hibbert, now within 1 sled length.
Now Hibbert smells an opportunity there. Cody Cam may have showed him a card that Tucker's looking to draw. Look at him as he goes on the outside in that transition area. Cody's got to cover the line as they go through the back part of the race course. Tucker goes.
He's going to set up that outside entrance, inside exit to the turn, and was able to pull it off. Cody Cam still able to have that line.
Back up front, there's Martin. Last time it was about a 1.8 second lead. Through the transition, he'll come back through this double part of the racetrack, goes double, double, very smooth. 41.663, ran a 41.359. So he is running good, consistent lap times. And Tucker that time
lost a little bit.
Yeah, he did. He ran a 42.213, so about 0.9 of a second.
But he gained it right back because he tripled and tripled down that back straightaway. And now he's right on that back tail light of Cody Cam. He tripled and tripled through there. That's never been done yet this weekend.
Now, we've watched him as he's tried that a couple of times and made it work, but that's what the line he's going to take. And there he goes. Watch him. Just skipped right by Cody Cam. That's where if you're on the inside or the outside, you got to protect the line. Cody Cam didn't protect it. Now, Tucker all of a sudden's got one thing on his mind. That's to run down the 837 Polaris. And where are we at? We're halfway into the race. Look at that. Tucker on the inside. He takes the jump, makes the pass. Cody Cam had no way of taking the line away. Cam will fall back into third place, and Tucker Hibbert now in second.
Yeah, Cody Cam hit the face of that jump and scrubbed off a ton of speed.
So your race leader out front, Ross Martin. We'll watch him as they continue around the racetrack through the FXR transition turn. It's going to be interesting to see what the interval was. Last time it was a little over 3 seconds. Martin comes across.
He's gaining.
He took off a half a second.
Yeah.
Half a second.
Are we seeing unbelievable patience out of Tucker Hibbert? I mean, we've been seeing it all season long. He hasn't always pulled a whole shot. He's had to work his way through traffic, even in heat races. He's shown patience to work his way through the pack. But, man, he is being so patient right now, and now they're going to start to find their way in lap traffic real quick.
And not only do they come into lap traffic, but when they get into that lap traffic, they have worse visibility. That's going to be interesting to see how it may affect them and where they run into the lap traffic on the racetrack.
2.4 seconds was the gap last time by.
Yeah, 1.3 took off a second, almost a second and a tenth. Tucker Hibbert now has found another gear. Ross Martin ran a 41.660. Tucker running a 40.588.
Triple!
So over a second.
Tripled and doubled on that backstretch off the big jump. Tucker Hibbert is gaining ground right there.
Man, the guy is just a machine. You know, you had him back. We're working on lap number 10. Can Ross hold on for 4 more laps here?
I don't know. I have to call that Ross Martin is actually faster on the racetrack, probably throughout the racetrack. The gap was 1.3, and now it's 1.5.
He put a little more distance in there.
But
I'll tell you what, that's the thing. If he can run consistent lap times with Tucker, he's got a little cushion there. That's
now
what
watch
he's
right
gotta
here.
do.
It's been a triple. There it is. And a double. That's where Tucker has been faster than our leader the entire race.
And Martin took the same line. And here comes Hibbert. Hibbert, oh, and Hibbert went a little snaky, gathered it back up, and that is what he is so good at, just running somebody down and making the pass.
And doing it in a place that nobody else has been able to pass at through the gravity cavity.
Well, Tucker Hibbert, now your race leader. Ross Martin now just about 2 seconds behind. And, you know, and Ross has got to be just heartbroken. I mean, this guy has run a race like you wouldn't believe. Watch Tucker. Tucker comes in. This is where he finds a little burst of speed, takes that jump where Ross does not.
The thing is, he didn't plan that. He didn't plan that. All of a sudden, the door opened and he took it. That wasn't a planned maneuver. I don't think it was. But the guy is so talented. He is like Moses, race after race, just parting the waters. And instead of parting the waters, he's parting the sleds.
He comes across here to complete another lap. 2 left to go. Let's run down the order. Tucker Hibbert out front. It's Ross Martin, Cody Cam, Liebman, Christian in 5th, Tremblay, Broberg, Jake Scott in 8th, Mies, and Narsa in 10th. Well, you see him go through the back part, even when he cases a yellow down in the area down there. Boy, his sled tipped over.
Did I see a track leave this?
That's
the surface.
Logan Christian having the problem. Now the white flag out. Tucker Hibbert on the outside. 1 lap left to go.
There's a 2.8 second gap last time around, and now it's a
3.5 second. You know, and the differential between Ross Martin, Cody Cam, almost 12 seconds. So, you know, Ross holding on to second here, just got to make a good lap. But meanwhile, up front, Tucker Hibbert is going to make it 6 wins in a row.
You know, and it's not exactly like Tucker Hibbert's running great lines right now. He's like stuck in that snow dust. He's bouncing in and out of those lines, going from inside to outside and smashing through those berms as a double checker flag's in hand. And guess what? We're watching history extend itself. Ladies and gentlemen, the Monster Energy Arctic Cat of Tucker Hibbert. Fist in the air, fireworks are going off, wins another one, and the man's extending his career total. Tucker Hibbert taking another win.
Ross Martin coming across in 2nd place. 3rd place is going to go to Cody Cam. And again, some great racing here in the AMSOIL Pro Open Final. We're going to be right back here to Shakopee, Minnesota at Canterbury Park to talk to our winner in just a couple of moments. This is the Traxxas Snowcross, brought to you by Jimmy John's. We'll be right back.